Yeah, so I got a quick question. So, all right, so I got my house. I got $300,000, or 300 and something thousand dollars left on it.
Yep.
Plan is to pay it off as quickly as possible and move into another house. The argument I have with my wife is, why don't we keep that house? It's paid off. You get $800 a week rent. That helps you pay off the next
So
mortgage.
let's do this because you're thinking like a normal human being, which will get you the result of 95% of the population. And I'm going to tell you early, you've lost the argument to your wife.
You lost.
But let me help you so you can, instead of being worried about winning or losing the argument, let's win financially. So what's the home worth?
It's 1.3.
Oh, far out, man. And you'll get $800 a week rent?
Yeah.
Okay, ready for this, everyone? Get your calculator out. $800 times 52 equals $41,600 divided by 1.3 million equals 3.2% per annum rental yield. Let me ask you this.
Yep.
If you sold the house and you had $1.3 million cash and I was a financial advisor and asked for all 1.3 and I was going to give you 3.2% per annum, would you give me your money?
No way.
Well, then why the f*** are you going to keep a house earning you 3.2% per annum, brother?
Yeah, it's just yeah.
No,
It's just to have another, so you got two instead of one, you know what I mean?
Okay. But you're earning 3.2% on $1.3 million. So keep working with me. You've got to break your mindset. You've been misinformed. How much is the new house you want to buy?
Oh, it'd probably be like 2 million.
Sweet. So you're going to use the equity and you're going to go borrow $2 million plus stamp duty, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Now the interest on $2 million times 3% per annum is $60,000 a year at 3%. $60,000 a year before you get out of bed.
Yep.
Now, why wouldn't you sell this property? Watch me here. Put the $1 million cash at it. Borrow $1 million, drop your interest to $30,000, then take out the $1 million to go buy a property for $500 that rents for $600 or $700 and have this leveraged and it's fully tax deductible debt. Why would you want to have a $60,000 a year interest bill and only get $41,600 in rent, so you still got to pay $21,600 yourself?
Yeah, I understand. Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Where are you based?
In Sydney.
If you're buying a new house in Sydney, what suburb's this house in?
Ryde.
Perfect. Where do you want to buy?
It's probably the same area.
Okay, let go of it.
Let go.
Don't have two investments in the same suburb. Ready? I know you can't see. See this pen? When I was 21, I bought in Albion Park. When I was 23, I bought this far from the other house. It's much better effect when we're in a ballroom together at a hotel. But literally, I could throw a tennis ball to the property and I kept my first property. I had no debt. The rent was stuff all compared to the new debt. And I woke up one day and I went, holy hell, if I sold that piece of shit and paid off all the debt, I could redraw it without even applying for new money and go buy another place without even getting the bank involved, or two places. Now, here's the other question. What's the likelihood that a $1.3 million property in Ryde will be worth 2.6 in the next 10 years based on the current economy?
Yeah, in the current economy, no, not likely.
Okay. What's the likelihood that a $500,000 property in the fringe of Melbourne or Brisbane or Sydney would be worth $1 million in the current economy in 10 years?
Just depends. I don't know. Does it depend in the area?
Mathematically and statistically, it's highly likely.
Yeah.
Because you're going into a different entry point of the market. People can only afford so much rent. So if you buy for 5, it's easier to get 5. Guys, I don't get out of bed for less than 5%. If I buy for 500, it's got to rent for 500 a week.
Yeah.
So, mate, you're a perfect example. This has got to go.
Perfect.
You only ever want now. Here's the other thing.
Yep.
If you keep this house and there's no capital gains tax, right? You can pull $1 million out of this house right now, right?
Yep.
If you sell it, you're going to have to pay capital gains tax if you keep it for a while.
Yeah, I know.
So if it did go from 1.3 to 1.8 and you make 500K, you're going to have to pay capital gains tax on it because this is not capital gains tax because you lived in it. But the day you move out, any growth is.
Okay, I didn't know that. I thought as soon as I move out, if I sell it, I need to pay capital gains. So that's okay. All right, that's good to know.
You should sell and buy at the same time, mate.
Yeah, good stuff.
Within a few months, right? There'll be no capital gain. You should sell and buy at the same time.
Perfect.
You only ever have one home, my friend. Please take me seriously on this. It is the biggest lesson I ever learned in my life, and I undo this for people every single day.
Great. Thank you for that.
No worries, guys. Did everyone understand that from the real example, I hope? So you should sell and buy simultaneously within a few months. Don't treat your home. Don't start getting rental income. Don't make it subject to capital gains tax. You are not a sophisticated investor because you kept your old home. Anyone can keep a home and buy another home if they can afford it. That's not an investment strategy.